We are back for week 2 of the Teddy Feinberg and Brooks Stockburger Show. Just a refresher course. Teddy Feinberg, sports editor at the Las Cruces Sun News. Brooks Stockburger, business editor, former sports editor. Versatility is his middle name. How are you, Brooke?
Oh, doing all right. How about yourself today? Doing very well. Ready for another weekend of football action.
Can't wait for it. Let's get it rolling. We're going to start off by talking about Mayfield High School. They're going south to play the Gadsden Panthers. Brooke, covered Mayfield for a number of years. You're familiar with the Mayfield-Gadsden rivalry. What are your feelings on the game?
No, this is a big game for Gadsden. It's a chance to knock off the big city school.
Sure.
You know, and they always get geared up for that. Sadly, Gadsden's not having the best of years this year. I expect Mayfield to go down there and just pick up another win like they usually do.
Mayfield typically has their way with the Panthers. Hate to say it, but it is the truth. Kind of a David versus Goliath battle. There would be nothing better than to see Gadsden battle for school pride. Will it happen this year? Doesn't seem likely. Mayfield's had a bunch of injuries early in the year. They're trying to rebound now. They come into the game with a 4-3 record. Let's move on to Oñate High School. They are going to the east side. They are playing Alamogordo High School. Should be a competitive football game. Brooke, again, your thoughts?
Yes, Oñate is going to, of course, look to run the ball as they did. You know, coming off that disappointing loss to Cruces last week, this might be a good chance for the Knights to go over there, pick up a win, pick up a road win, come back with a little more confidence, and you know, get a district win.
Absolutely. It would seem to be a competitive game. You know, watching Oñate over the weeks, I got to tell you, they have talent. Lawrence Sanchez can run the ball. Cesar Chavez can run the football. Ty Muldrow can run the football. Their offense is very clumped together. It wouldn't hurt to spread it out a little, get your playmakers the ball in space. They really haven't done that. Played one of their better games of the year last week against Cruces High. Hope to carry that over. One thing we can guarantee, Oñate and Alamo both hungry for a win. Cruces High on a bye this week, much needed week off. They're 7-1 on the season. Xavier Hall ran the ball very well last week. They hope to get Jeremy Berman back in the fold. Brooke, what do you think the Bulldogs need to really worry about here on their off week?
Well, you know, just resting up, getting healthy, and like we talked about earlier this week, you know, we're a couple weeks away from the big Mayfield game, obviously.
Sure.
Usually that decides the district. Both teams have that, like we said, the smell of water in their nose, as horses do when they're looking for an oasis. You know, they always get better. These teams don't ever seem to have a letdown game.
Sure.
And that's, you know, that says a lot about the coaching staff. So I don't expect Cruces to get any rust. Actually, this is a great time to have a bye.
I would agree. They're trying to get healthy as well, and obviously the Mayfield-Cruces game's on the horizon. Everyone's anticipating that, and one would expect the district will come down to that football game in early November. We're going to move on to the Aggie football team now. They go down to the Kibbe Dome. Really a class week of football for them. They visit the University of Idaho. It's a very scrap iron matchup. I'm trying to kind of figure out, you know, my gut is actually telling me this week the Aggies are going to be competitive. Brooke, Aggie Vandal rivalry. It's one for the record book.
It sure is. They're always good games. I remember a game here on a Halloween night once where Kenton Keith rushed for 200 yards. It was back and forth. We've seen the Aggies blow 4 touchdown leads to Idaho. We've seen Idaho go for 2, and then the Aggies win it with 40 seconds left. All this in the past 10, 12 years. So they're always really good games. This is a chance for the Aggies to pick up a win. I mean, they won't be distracted. There's nothing in Moscow, Idaho to distract them. It's all football, baby. It's baked potatoes and football up there. Idaho is good in the Kibbe Dome. I expect this to be a close game, but I think the Aggies might be able to get another W.
It should be one for the ages. I think one thing that the Aggies really need to focus on is pounding the football with Seth Smith. He ran for 1,000 yards last year. Give him the ball 20 times. Give him the ball 25 times. Let him wear the defense down. Win time of possession. I think if the Aggies can run the football effectively on the Vandals, which they should do if they have a commitment to the run, I think we're going to see good results. I think they're going to be very competitive, and I think they're going to be in the football game in the Kibbe Dome, which looks like a spaceship.
Yeah, no, they'll shorten the game by doing that. So
we'd be remiss if we didn't bring up the Aggie basketball team. They're tipping off. I'd like to start out by saying, Wendell McInnes, we want you to get healthy soon. Big fellow, broken foot, out 10 to 12 weeks. We know it's devastating.
Tough way to start your senior year.
It is. We want Big Win back on the court. He embodies Aggie basketball, and we want to start out by saying that. Moving on to the hardwood, I see the big three there, Hamadou Rahman, Troy Gillenwater, and Wendell when he's healthy. Can anyone in the WAC match up with this front court? I don't think so.
Well, and they're getting love. Coaches and media have them number 2. You know, Utah State and MSU, both of the Aggies went to the tournament last year, and they have them number 2.
Absolutely.
So they'll be fighting for that automatic bid again this year. I really think so.
And go ahead.
Yeah, no, Coach Menzies in his 4th year. You can see it sort of becoming his program. You know, he stepped into Reggie's shoes, and Reggie was such a big star. You sort of have to put your own, you know, stamp on a program, and you can sort of really see it becoming Coach Menzies' team after the 4th year.
I think Coach Menzies deserves his fair share of credit. You know, he's taken some criticism, but the bottom line is this. Team went to the NCAA tournament last year. He's really recruited some talent to this program. They have a nice little core, a nice little nucleus. I really think in my heart the only team that can stop the Aggies in the WAC are the Aggies themselves. They have a great front line. They have to replace the Young, Gibson scoring combo in the backcourt. But I think it can be done. I think they're going to be a very competitive team, and I think the fans are looking forward to an exciting
Let's
year.
just hope Wendell's injury is the worst.
Absolutely. Let's just hope Big Wayne gets back on the court and plays the way we know he can. Folks, thanks for joining us again. Week 2 in the books. We'll be back at you again next week. Keep watching.
See ya.